Now, I can't emphasize enough how important all this poi fu is, both for developing good posture habits and for moving us towards really fun stuff with poi. For instance, if you want to be able to learn to do this with poi, it's really good to start with the arms, which is what we're going to do right now. So face this way with me. Pow. And again, for me, I've got my float and my tree. So we're going to turn this way together. You've got whatever, and this is going to help you stay consistent. So I'm looking at my float, and I'm swimming forwards. So do this with me. Like you're doing a front crawl. Right? You're swimming towards whatever's over there. Right? Now, notice that every time you get the right arm forwards, you're kind of standing in this position. Awesome. We'll call that neutral. Arms are open. Yep. So my right hand's pointing at my float, my left hand's pointing at my tree. So from here, if I look over there, if my right hand's going down, I swim forwards towards my float. When I get back to there, I'm back where I started. Now if I look at my tree, that hand's going up. So look at my tree, I'm going to swim backwards, away from the tree, until I get back to where I started. Okay. You can keep relaxing, keep breathing and relaxing. So from here, I look at my float, I can do a circle towards my float. I can look at my tree and do a circle away from the tree. And my whole body's turning. Everything's relaxed. I really turn to do the circle, circle towards the float, circle backward away from the tree. Forwards towards the float, backwards away from the tree. And with practice, it'll become this. Away from the tree, towards the float. Away from the tree, towards the float. Check it out. Now your arms might get tired, and your brain might get kind of confused. So you can come back to this a couple times before it starts to work. And you'll know it's working when you go boom, boom, down on this side, up on this side. You look this way, and see when I look that way, it naturally turns my body a bit. Forward circle, backward circle, forward circle. And at first you can take as much time as you want. Okay, that's up, so backwards away from the tree, forwards, and eventually you'll just roll through it. Boom, boom. And it can become smaller or really big. And what you want to make sure is that your posture's good, you're standing tall, and it feels good. You want your body turning enough that you're not torquing on your shoulders. If I'm turning enough, look at my shoulder. If I turn enough, it's relaxed. If I don't turn enough, I'm really tweaking out my shoulders. So go slow and learn the technique of turning, like I'm really pivoting on my feet. And that's what's going to protect me. But I'm letting my whole body turn. Okay. When it works, you can switch and do it the other way. You can switch and say, okay, now it's going to be down, forwards towards the tree, and backwards away from the float. Forwards towards the tree, backwards away from the float, forwards towards the tree, backwards away from the float. And don't be afraid of letting this take a few days. I mean, if you're new at this, your shoulders might get tired really quickly. Your brain might get tied in a knot really quickly. That's fine. Just come back to it every day. You know, when you're about to play poi, warm up a bit, do this for a couple minutes, and before you know it, it's going to be as natural as pie. Speaking of which, I'm going to get some pie.